All right, people. So welcome again to MG Sports TV. We have the host of the program, MG. We have Shav with us. Shav, how are you feeling?
Feeling great, you know. Came to support the females football today. It was an exciting day. So guys, you have to support the females. They are the ones that are actually going to the World Cup, so we have to support them.
Yeah, big up Shav. We have been doing quite a few work together in that time period now, and that's been wonderful. But we're not here to discuss that. People, before getting to the meat of the matter, please hit the like button, please subscribe button. Remember, we're on the road to 30,000 subscribers, and as you can see, my whole hand in chest of burning. First of all, let's discuss Leon Bailey. That's the first we're going to touch on. What are your thoughts about the Leon Bailey's performance last night?
All right. So on a serious note, I don't think Leon has performed for the national team since he's put on the jersey, in all honesty. He has scored in games, but the Leon Bailey that we would expect, the Lionel Messi of Jamaica, the poster boy, he hasn't turned up as yet. And as you can see, the fans' frustration came out between last night to today, which we don't agree with. The abuse is not something that we agree with. The criticism is good, but the abuse is not. But it was extremely disappointing from Leon. Not only just the penalty. It's not just a penalty, because the greatest player in the world missed penalties. But the whole game didn't produce much, held on to the ball. You can see players were a bit frustrated with him throughout the game. So, I mean, I want to keep it professional, so that's what I would say for you.
Want to keep it professional? Alright, so basically, do you think that the lack of performance that we have seen over the long duration, a long time period, is what really bring the fans now to the boiling point?
Yeah, because as I mentioned, Leon Bailey is our star boy. So it's just as if, just like how the PSG fans turned on Messi earlier this year when they said that Messi wasn't producing, because we are expecting a show from a Leon Bailey, and we just haven't received it. All the talk that has been given about Leon when he was at Leverkusen, when he was at Genk, when he transferred to Aston Villa, we'd seen some bits and pieces of him there, but we haven't seen anything from him in the black, green and gold. And I think the fans' frustration came out last night because we played a US team that's not the best, and we didn't play well. It's not only Leon. The team, we didn't play as if we were playing football. We allowed the US to play, and I think one of the main things that person is saying is because our star player didn't perform as how we would have expected. So I think he needs to look into himself, because it's not situations to say that it's all about mind. He's doing a little bit too much with the ball, and times when he has some simple passes to make. I said it after he missed the penalty. I saw it that, hey, maybe what had happened was that
Leon, come cross.
He wanted to overdo it, and it affected his game. But what are your thoughts?
All right, me soon give my thoughts. Come cross in the camera, Leon. So we have Leon Parkinson, one of the. If we're looking at the comment section, I'm gonna see him as well. Leon, your namesake. We are discussing namesake, Leon Bailey. What do you think about Leon Bailey's performance?
It was not good enough. Simply put.
What performance on the pitch would you say was good enough for that game? Which one of the players you said had a good enough performance?
Well, always have to give it to Andre Blake, because he made a couple saves that, you know, if it wasn't for his quick reflexes and experience, he wouldn't have made those saves. So definitely Andre Blake.
Say Mantal. Definitely Andre Blake. Yeah, you can even the last minute of the first half. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna ask one question. I want to give him a fair assessment of it. 8 games now for the coach. 0 wins. Think of 4 draw, 4 loss. Is that how you go? 4 draw, 4 loss.
So much draw.
Yeah, man.
Trinidad, US.
Trinidad, US, Mexico. Trinidad, US, Mexico. Cameroon, and now USA. 4 draw, 4 loss.
Yeah,
4 draw, 4 loss.
Just for Cameroon?
Yeah. Even though him contract never originally signed, his contract was really January.
But he was at the helm. He was at the helm. Because remember, and just the same as Argentina, he was at the helm as well. So, what's your fair assessment of the coach right now? Do you think it's too early to start getting a bit heated?
I think so. I know we want quick results because we have quality players now, but let's give him time. Let's give him time. If we realize, for instance, look at that Canada lineup that went to World Cup. That Canada team was playing together for 5 years. We beat that Canada team when in the Gold Cup before 2-1. And if you look at our roster, those players compared to the quality that we have now is nothing but what? Those players have been playing together for many years. So I feel like we need to give it time. I know that we are very impatient about immediate results, but give it time and trust the process. Look at Arteta. Arsenal fans were saying Arteta out, Arteta out. What were they saying last season now? Let's give it time. Trust the process. Trust the process. Give him the duration of his contract. I don't know how long his contract is. 4 years up until we go to the World Cup, whatever. Just have faith and let's see what happens.
What's your assessment of the coach?
Alright, so I have been a avid supporter of the coach so far, but criticism has to come into play. The team is not playing football. As I mentioned earlier, the team is just not playing football. We can't string 4 passes without losing it. When the team does try to string passes, players miscontrolling the ball. Could be a situation where probably the right players aren't there. It could be a situation also where the coach is not sure about who he wants to take off. With a coach, if you know a player has to come off the field based on performance, you don't ask him. You take him off. You don't keep him on the field, and then which led to a goal. It does deserve time because he's just been there since January officially. But criticism is needed. We need to let him know that, hey, we're not happy. The performances have not been great. We've played so far, what, 3 big teams? Argentina, Mexico, and US.
Yeah.
You don't put Qatar in that?
No.
Big team?
No. We've only played, the coach has managed 3 big teams, and he has lost 1, drew, lost 1, Argentina.
Oh, the USA game. The USA game feel like a lose.
Yeah, it feel like a loss. It feel like a loss.
We're leading for so.
Yeah, he's drew 2. So, and to be fair to him, those 3 games, we did get a result out of the game. Well, except the Argentina game, but some persons would call it a result because it's the world champion.
Fair enough. So we got fairly decent results against the 3 big teams. That you said 2. But think about 9 points. We summarizing getting just 2 points out of 9. If we look at things, in aspect now, let's have a look at, as you said, Leon, trust the process. The World Cup qualification starts next year.
Yeah.
The World Cup qualification starts next year, and we are 1 year in Al Grimson's tenure. Basically, most words I said that he would have started January, but really and truly, he was at helm from about October there, and we're going. That's when we played Argentina, and we're going into that. We're very much close to October, so he's basically almost in the job 1 year now. Have you seen something to say? All right, this is what we're working with, or you think next year when we're trying to qualify for a World Cup, we're still going to see players coming in, players going out, and we still don't have a settled starting 11?
Well, one thing I know that they will never turn down any player that want to come, and then if players see us start formulating a system when the coach start getting his ideas across, because evidently his ideas apparently is not getting across to the players right now, because we don't see a style of play anything like that right now. So I think that's going to take time, and he has a short amount of time to get his ideas across, get the players working how he wants them to work, because as I say, World Cup qualification starts next year. Nations League. So I feel like he needs to keep this squad together, call every window, every opportunity, call up the same set of players and get them in the frame of mind to use his system and play his brand of football. Yeah.
What do you think about the process and getting and World Cup qualification start next season?
Alright, so this is not only for the coach, this is also for the players. We can't have one window I don't want to come for personal reasons. We don't want to come for personal reasons. So we have 6 windows for the year and you only play 2. And then if the coach comes out and said no, he's not happy, then you the player is going to feel offended. You saw what other teams did, you saw what Qatar did, you saw what US has been doing. As you mentioned, the Canadian team, they've been to a tournament, we, Jamaica, defeated them. And you see, remember what they did to us last year? Exactly.
All right, so last question, because we're gone over 10 minutes. Last question. What's your expectation for the Gold Cup campaign?
The Gold Cup campaign. We have the ability to reach the finals. I feel like if we top the group, hopefully, if we take our chances against Trinidad and St. Kitts, better goal difference than the US, we can reach the final, because it's a supposed easier route. Even though we would come up against Guatemala side or any of the teams that finish below Canada, I think we should be able to beat them. And then it's either a strong Qatar or a strong Panama team. And I think we should be able to have enough power, and by then hopefully the team has gained enough chemistry and has gotten better throughout the tournament to reach the final. If we take the other route, finish second in the group stage, we will have a Mexico team to come up against, or a Canada team to come up against, and Mexico is using their full strength squad, unlike the US. So I don't think if we go that route we'll have much success.
Alright, what do you think about the Gold Cup campaign? What do you think, what's the highest chance of us getting anywhere, and where would that chance be? Or what position?
Alright, honestly, based off yesterday's performance, if we reach the semi-finals, I think it would be an amazing accomplishment.
And Trinidad look good.
Exactly. We saw what they did earlier today. Well, depending on when this is posted. The Trinidad team did today. They look. We can't deny Trinidad. So a lot of persons are saying that hey, we should easily defeat Trinidad and St. Kitts. Not until we reach and again, our team does not look like a team. So I'm not going to write off Trinidad. I have to see it on the field first before I get confident. So I said that semi-final would be an accomplishment for me, for the Reggae Boyz.
Alright, people, you hear it. I'm expecting a lot. Still hopeful that we can go to the semi-finals. So, people, thank you very much, Leon. Thank you very much, Chad, for coming on. Certainly, it's been a good one. Hey, people, it's stressful, yeah? Don't matter about on the brain, man. Big up, people. MG Sports TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Big up.